Thank you. First frame, Neil Robertson to break.
First 8 frames then, beginning here in this session. Neil Robertson is breaking off. Good match, I think this will be, with this pair. Both in, I thought, good form in the first round. Robertson comfortably beat Nigel Bond. And Stephen Maguire beat Anthony Hamilton. He won the first 8 frames of that match, which kind of put it to bed early. Maguire just having a little look here. Doesn't think this is particularly appealing, this shot, and we have to play a little thin safety. It's the red that's so far up the table that's causing him some problems. He's got to play safe off that red, and that was, I think, on his mind, that he could leave it over the middle via the blue. And it's not the most straightforward of shots you've ever seen in your life from there to pot that red, but if you don't go for this red, I'm not sure what Robertson can play. He's had a good look at this red, and obviously the cue ball is the worry. He hasn't got a clue where it's going to finish. He's tried to play it slowly, and that's the problem. Make the pot very missable at that speed. So in a way, it's almost better to play it firmly and just pot the ball and see where you finish, because it just could be that he's left a red. This must be extremely tight. Stephen Maguire having a look, and if that red goes, then it makes a huge difference. Looks like it goes, doesn't it? Just. It's probably very tight. I think that red might just pop there. I think it goes.
One.
Be a little bit disappointed to have pushed the black into virtually a straight position here. I think what he tried to do is push the black on and off the cushion, and just caught the black too thin, which meant it's not come on and off the cushion. As we see it again, look, you see he's trying to push it on and off the cushion. Do well to get more than 8 here, because the next red is going to be probably a safety shot.
8.
As Willie said there, didn't seem that there was a colour available that could get him onto a red, so it was just a question of rolling in the black. On the blue, it's a great shot. Just a little scowl from Maguire, as if to say he's not quite got on it, which is a shame. It was a great red. And he doesn't think he's on anything. Pink looks like it's at best a quarter of a pocket. I mean, that might go. It's one of them ones you might be able to pot the pink with the cue without the cue ball actually being involved, but seems a bit tight to me. Half a pocket maybe, maximum, that's all.
Yellow ball.
Doesn't like it. The pink is too much of a risk. It's a very
11.
positive shot still to take on the yellow.
$12. $15.
Certainly in his opening match he was very, very dangerous, Maguire, in the early frames. It wasn't century after century, but it was just frame winning breaks all the way. Continuing where we left off earlier in the season.
20.
Yes, at the moment in the tournament, it's a strange one. Everybody that's played great in the first round has struggled a little bit in the second round. I talk of Ding Junhui, I talk of Sean Murphy, I talk of John Higgins. It'd be interesting to see whether Maguire can play as well as he did in the opening round. As you rightly say, Neil, he was one of the stars of the first round as far as consistency is concerned. Looks to have the ideal opportunities to make a good start.
Well, the first red that was involved in that plant has been pushed a little awkwardly. He's hoping it would stay in play.
$39. 40.
Well, he did well there to get into those.
47.
And I think he's actually on at least one red, certainly one to the left centre. He's looking at the right centre as well.
He's got an amazing ability, Maguire, of making difficult situations look easy. He's never really had the cue ball under complete control here, and he keeps digging reds out, and he's got an option of either playing for the bottom red or playing on the cannon on all four, the ones below the pink. That's what a lot of players would do, but Maguire might play for the loose one. Yeah, just play for the loose one. Nothing wrong with that. He may be able to think that every time he gets rid of a red, another red will appear in open play. But the blue's the problem to make it simple at the moment. He could do with that out of the way.
Just looking at the red at the end of the pack, see if that pots into the same pocket as he's taking the black in. Yep, that will go as well. It's been a unbelievable break, really, in that when he came to the table, there seemed to be nothing on, and even during the break, it seemed it was almost going to come to an end at any shot. Still potting balls with great concentration, I feel. Well, I mean, it did look like the red on the end of the pack actually went, but presumably Maguire didn't think so. As you look at it again, you can't see from that angle where the other red went, but from behind the pocket it appeared to just creep past the other reds. Anyway, it was a good 56. Shame he missed the black. Two of the game's great young players, these two. Both won a couple of tournaments each, and Robertson has been a little bit in the doldrums this early part of the season. Starting to show his true form now. We all know what a great single ball potter he is. That's a pretty good safety shot. Good length. Clever shot that.
Clever little shot, but Neil Robertson will take this long red on, and it's just a case of missing the red just above the black spot if he tries to screw around the back of them. If the pink will pass the red and the blue into the corner, he can play for choice of blue or pink. He can get hold of it and screw it around 2 cushions, and it's worth the risk. That. Let's have a look if the pink pots. It's tight. He's looking at the gap as we speak round the back of those 2 reds. It's all a case of whether he fancies playing the hold shot for pink or blue, or whether he'll play out for one of the bought colours, or maybe even the black. It's a choice. He tends to like them, hit them a little bit harder than most, so he may not play the floating 2 cushion shot. Could be a frame winner if he plays it. Almost had the line right.
1.
And that's made this blue a little bit easier than it looked at first glance, because he's got a bigger pocket now that red's gone there. Ideally would like to pot it clean and leave that red where it is. And if it goes in, he's got a great chance of getting right back into this frame.
Well, he missed that black. I wonder if it'll be something he'll regret. He did look sharp in the early points he scored. Not quite enough to get the frame on the board. His concentration, I thought, was excellent. Maybe tried too much on that black. And of course, sitting in your chair, you've got plenty of time to reflect on the odd mistake.
Thirteen.
He'll be very disappointed there. Wanted to pot that clean. Now it's there's a 50 to 1 chance clearing them up from here now. He's really got a lot of work to do, and the fact that he's left-handed, this red on the right-hand cushion down here is no good for him. I think the red next to the pink will pot in the middle, so plain ball, he can play on that one. There's where he wants to finish. Now there is I'm not saying he'll play it because it's difficult, but he could play to nudge the red on that's on the cushion at a pace that if he misses the kiss, he still comes round the 2 cushions and gets on the red in the middle. So that's a possibility. He's just coming down to have a little look now. He can play to pot the black. So bought cushion and try and flick the red out, and if you miss the kiss, play it in such a way that you've still got the red in the middle pocket. Dangerous, but could be worth the risk with him being left-handed. Now has he got the pace right? He hasn't played the cannon on the other red obviously, and he's under-hit it, so it's end of break. 35 points behind,
21.
so there's plenty of points left, so he doesn't have to play anything recklessly.
Neil Robertson, 21.
As Willie pointed out, that the ball's awkward, so the lead of 35 points pretty big. Don't think Stephen will be mad keen to push one of the safe reds into open play, but I mean, he probably doesn't like any other shot really. The red by the pink, there's no obvious safety shot from, so he probably just has to put all his efforts into a safety shot on one of the safe reds.
I think he's playing the pot now. I think he's playing the pot to hopefully catch the jaws of the red, bring the white back into the baulk end. I mean, you can pot like that, I suppose it doesn't make any difference, does it? May look reckless for people watching, but the thing is with that shot, as long as you're guaranteed to get the jaws, which 9 out of 10 you would get the jaws, so even if he misses it, jaws and stayed at this end of the table, look where the cue ball is. So he's played it, you know, as a safety shot. The pot's a bonus. Great pot though.
'Once again, taking a long time to have a look and playing the yellow. I think he's quite interested in maybe pushing another colour safe. Some ready potted. Now he's finished on it. Have anything to pot? So killing the
Maguire.
yellow ball, keeping that on the side cushion. The only thing he has done, it looks like he's left a safer red, Robertson, to play, and Neil won't really mind that, because that's another red that's going to be pushed out.
.36-point lead, frame ball, and I think on what we've seen so far, definitely deserved to win this first frame. He's played some very good shots in this opening frame.
One. Eight. Steve Maguire, 8.
Neil Robertson carries on, but with the aid of a 56 break, it looks like Steve Maguire is going to win frame 1.
Good snooker, but 2 cushion escape, maybe 3 if it hits the cushion just before the red. It's a big target. When they're this near the cushion, it's a very big target. So that'd have been 6 inches off the cushion, 50-50 whether you hit those. With the last red and being 44 behind, it's essential to keep this last red on. If you only need 1 snooker, it'd have probably potted red and black there. The fact that it needs more than 1, that's the reason you keep the red on, to try and get the free ball. Robertson would have been proud of that shot. He needs the snookers, and it's tough to avoid the double kiss there. He did that. I just wonder whether it's enough. Neil Robertson's offered the chance for Stephen Maguire to concede the frame, and he has done. So he looked very, very sharp there, Stephen Maguire, largely due to the break of 56 earlier in the frame. He's taken that frame and leads 1-0.
Quiet as you can, please. Second frame, Stephen Maguire to break.
It's always key to get a good start in any match, and Maguire played excellent snooker in that opening frame, never played a bad shot. Neil Robertson did precious little wrong. Left choice of 2 long shots. If he fancies one, he'll take it on, because he is one of the game's best long potters. Couldn't have a bigger contrast, could you, from Australia, Neil Robertson and Eddie Charlton. Unbelievable, isn't it? It's amazing they haven't produced lots and lots of players from Australia. They've had a few over the years. Remember big John Campbell, he was a hard match player, safety player. Leon Haywood, another good player. Warren King. But this is by far and away the best player ever out of Australia. Not necessarily the best match player, but certainly the best break builder and potter. Eddie Charlton was a really hard man to beat. The late great Eddie Charlton, as you will be aware. Eddie passed away 18 months or so ago. Another tempter for Stephen Maguire. He's been tempted and normally gets very close to them when he has a go at them.
Well, it's always a bad shot when you go into the bump of the middle pocket. I mean, you might, as a club player, think you're a bit unlucky, but the cue ball should go about 6 or 9 inches before the middle pocket. Not a good shot. Didn't leave anything, no. Well, he played to get the white back as priority. Here it is again. Not a million miles away from the pot, but cue ball is what he was interested in. Well, that was a bad misjudgment. He hit that all wrong. He seems to be quite amazed as to how far that was. Now here it is again. He's played it about at least quarter ball, and he's hit, I think, half ball. It's a long way out of what he wanted. Want to get the cue ball back down the table and try and pot the red. It was not remotely close. Maguire, I think, he's eyeing up this double. Just thinking about potting the red on the left into the right centre, and he would like the cue ball somewhere down the table. I mean, if you get his cue ball there, it would be on the black and he wouldn't leave a red. Maybe he'd still leave that one that cuts back, so maybe further across, but I think he's taken on the double.
Well, isn't it amazing? He played the shot beautifully. He got everything right. How that could hit the jaw and come down there, I don't know. That's just about the only jaw you could possibly get that's no good.
One. Eight.
I think he's on the bottom red if he wants it. Yeah, he can pop that and can hold for the black as well.
Nine.
He wanted to be short of speed slightly, so he could pot the black and just develop the three reds above. So even if he's on the black, he wouldn't be happy because it's the wrong angle. At worst, he's got the pink.
on it nicely, but needs a little bit of work to do with the cue ball to get back into open play. And if he goes by that red, it's excellent. If it doesn't, he may be end of. It looks like end of. It's a shame that he got into it nicely, that, Neil.
16.
Just needed to brush by the red he kissed, and he'd been on choice of 3 reds. See, a little bit of side would have helped, but he played the screw shot plain ball, which meant the white came back at exactly the same angle it went on. And with a kiss of full ball, has left him in trouble. Don't think he can get through to red. There is a red in the middle, and whether he can stun through the gap to get onto the black in the corner. Good shot, well played. Good shot.
Well, that's not worked out too badly. That's a tremendous cue power. Would have seen in this championship
24.
The kind of power that he has. Real screw shot this time. He gets right through the ball. He didn't know too much about hitting the pink and being on the red, but all the same, it was a good shot.
25.
I remember in his match against Nigel Bond, he showed topspin 2 or 3 times, going through the pack of reds, and he hits them well.
$31. $36. $37.
A little too far, but a little soft screw shot should be okay. It's so well spread.
Robertson, 37.
Well, I thought he hit it slow enough, may have dropped in. I think Willie in the commentary box thought he'd missed it straight away. He was spot on. Here it is again. Sometimes he's dropping, Willie, didn't they? But you didn't think it was in him running?
Yeah, I thought he got a bit of a bad contact, because where the white's gone, he's got the kiss exactly as he meant to, and it just seemed to always be pushing to the jaw. Neil was not looking at the pocket, he was looking to see if there was any mark on the black to suggest he had a kick, and little unlucky there if he had a kick, because that almost certain to be 1-all, wasn't it? Apart from that. Now, even though he's 37 points behind,
1.
Maguire's favourite to take a lead in this frame. Not necessarily going to win it at this visit, but should certainly get back into it.
$8.
Stephen's a tall lad, but even Stephen can't reach this, and nobody likes to use the dreaded spider. They have been altered over the years. You can probably notice if you look at the head of the spider. Years ago, Neil, you probably remember it as well, they used to have a semicircle rather than a V, and now and again you get your cue stuck.
I do remember that. I never used to be all that happy when it happened. Your cue jammed in there, and what was worse than that, you used to leave a little groove on the cue, didn't it? That was the worst thing.
You used to almost take the varnish off the cue. And of course it'd be embarrassing sometimes when you try and push through, and because it gets stuck, the spider goes through as well and smashes into the ball you're cueing over.
Yeah, this is a tricky one now. Obviously any contact with the red, and it's a foul, and Michaela Tabb, the referee, is watching his every move here.
Even Stephen's not tall enough, is he? This is not easy. He might not reach the pocket if he plays it slow. Didn't get through the cue ball. I don't think he's on the black. I don't think he's gone far enough, has he?
Be touch and go. I was just thinking about that shot, Willie. That'd be the kind of shot that you'd wake up in the middle of the night having nightmares about as a player. It's a horrible shot. I think he might just have gone far enough there.
Well, he's going to have to play with a trace. He can't play it plain ball, I don't think. He may have to play just with a little bit of left-hand side just to help the pot. But if it hits it hard, it will push away from it. So this is 50-50. Did very well, and there you see the side as it hit the cushion, the side sped it up. Just to explain that, sometimes you can impart left-hand side there to help
60.
straighten out the pot. Plain ball, that pot would have been onto the left-hand draw only, but the fact that he's played beside, he was able to straighten it up a little bit. With a good chance
17.
of pinching this frame now. Green and red on the cushions are big problems.
$22. $23.
If he can get the cue ball in a good position for the next red, he's got a great chance here. Red into the same pocket as the black, the bottom of the 4. Didn't want to be too far with the cue ball. I think he's just about alright, not exactly where he wanted it.
$31.
Saw the disappointment with Stephen Maguire there, the fact that he got a little bit of a kick. I think he can still hold the cue ball, screwing this in 2 cushions. No value in playing the kiss off onto the red on the cushion with this, because you're not bound to be on the 2 reds on the pink spot. So you might see him cueing really low here, trying to screw it round. What he'd be trying to do is get the cue ball right next to the pink. That's what would be in his mind here. Screw it around 2 cushions and have the pink as a target ball. He's decided 1 cushion, still the pink was his target ball, but
Stephen Maguire, 31.
that pocket all of a sudden is causing both players problems.
I was thinking it was almost exactly the same part of the pocket that Neil Robertson missed the black in earlier in the frame. So this was not going to drop in either. the most ambitious of shots there from Neil. Maybe couldn't see anything particularly inviting for safety, but you are leaving your opponent a free shot really when you play just dropping onto a ball like that. For a minute I was thinking we might see all the reds go over the black pocket there, but I mean that shot he's played actually is a good one, because you can't really play a shot on the 3 reds now because the pink is in the way. So it's a head scratcher for Neil Robertson. He was in the balls, don't forget, and missed a black off the spot. He was looking to pull away.
A little tap on the table. Is angry with that one, isn't he? Because he knew that it was a little bit dangerous in the first place, so I wonder why he thought it was worth the risk. Maybe he thought it was, if you're going to play it, play near jaw, then you've got a chance of getting it safe. Once it's at far jaw, he'd love to play the cannon into the 2 reds off this red, but doesn't have an angle on the red to do that. Because just playing just for the black on its own, it's tough to guarantee getting onto a red. And the cannon's tough. Do either of these 2 reds pot in the middle pocket by the pink? Looking at that shot, I don't think they do, so he's probably going to have to play for the loose red first. This is the key shot. Not only does he have to pot it, he has to get a half ball angle on the black so he can play into the 2 reds.
8.
This could be a frame winner, or it could be a frame loser.
Robertson 8.
Another one that was very close, rattled in the jaws. We've seen about 3 or 4 already in this frame like that.
One.
This is a good chance now. Cannon. Just wants to go into the left-hand side of that red if possible to develop it and finish on the other one. That's absolutely perfect.
And when you do play that
8.
shot, as you see with Stephen Maguire there, play it a little bit firm, because you know you don't want to be just resting on the other red. You want to give yourself a little bit of a chance of getting the white away from both reds, just in case you don't get
9.
the perfect kiss. And that's the reason he played it at the pace he did.
The green will come into this, no doubt about that, and he'll need it if he's going to clear up and win the frame with Maguire. Well, this is the shot now, perhaps. He might feel that he's got the angle on this red to play off the cushion, develop the green, and stay on maybe the blue. He needs the green for the frame, don't forget, so it's a possible.
17.
Played it beautifully.
Yeah, a little unlucky Neil, wasn't he? I mean, that's about the only kiss where he's got to do plenty with the cue ball. And obviously to get onto the yellow now, he's going to have to play the blue at pace, and the pink and green are still in the way when he runs around 2 cushions. And that's probably why he's thinking of playing yellow or brown. Both of which are tough. Blue's a shot round the 2 cushions, but can he avoid the kiss on pink and green to get onto the yellow? Has he missed the pink? Has he missed the green? He's missed them both, but just wanted another foot of pace, didn't he? You wouldn't like to pot these every day for your living. This is tough.
And the other thing, I'm not sure if he can get from yellow to green, can he? It must be quite straight. But yeah. Well, he's got the wrong side. So he didn't go for that. He wasn't even straight, it was the other side of being straight, so there was no possible shot from yellow to green. Hence the reason he played safe.
No point in taking the yellow on because he can't stay at this end of the table for the green. Even though there's some 9 points in it, whoever pots the yellow you would think would be favourite to win the frame. So it's a big ball, this yellow. Or is it too thin? That's a bad shot. That's a real bad one. I mentioned Very Ellen in commentary. One of the game's great potters, one of the game's best break builders. Has to improve in other departments.
Yeah, sure. Okay. 2.
nice green, brown and blue. He's a little straight on this. He might just be able to find a slight angle. And he was the wrong side of straight. There's no real problem. He controlled it nicely. Slightly better shot than it looked.
First frame, Maguire, a deserved winner.
9.
This frame, Robertson will be very disappointed. He had enough chances to win this frame. One to three favourite, Maguire, in this match, which is just about right, I would suggest, but you can't take Neil Robertson lightly. 22 in front, 2 snookers needed, black safe. Will he come back to the table?
Okay.
Only a couple of 30 breaks, so nothing big in that frame. Robertson had his chance, but Maguire steals at the end with that 31 and goes further clear, this time by 2 frames to 0. Couple of shots, Neil, there, where Neil was in the game, and just a couple of bad misses.
I mean, I think the first black especially, Willie, because at the time he was 30-odd points in front, and we're going to see it in a moment. There was a black that he missed, which was never in, but look at where the reds are, and he was a 30-odd point leader. I don't think he had a kick there. I mean, Willie thinks he might have done. This could have gone in, but rattled in the jaws, and there were good chances, especially the first one, Willie.
Yeah, the black, watching it again, Neil, I agree with you. Maybe it didn't get a kick, it was just slightly misjudged it. The last red he played along the cushion, I think if you're going to play this shot, whatever speed you hit it, if you miss it, you're going to stick it. So why not play it just a fraction slower to give the pocket a little bit more chance? It doesn't matter if you finish low on the black, does it? Because you need to be low to get the kiss on the 2 reds. I think he just was a little bit aggressive on the red. But, you know, it's a frame he should have won.
Okay. Thank you. Frame 3, Neil Robertson to break.
Bit of thinking to do for Neil then. 2-0 down. Not playing all that well as of yet in this match. He went into the pack firmly, and the reds have spread. I tell you what, it looks quite a good shot that he's played. In fact, there's always risk involved when you hit the pack that hard. When all the reds move, some often go over a pocket. Well, we know he's a great potter, but I tell you what, he'll do well to pot one here.
Well, Stephen Maguire 4.
Bit unlucky really, thinking about where Stephen can put the cue ball in the D and beyond the red over the pocket. I don't think he can, but it was a little unlucky. Delicate little shot. You know the in-offies are possible, but Neil didn't push the red out very far, and I don't know if anything will pot into that pocket. I don't think it will. Well, that first one actually does, just. Well, this is a bold one to take on, I'll tell you, because he'll be on the black, but if he misses it, he'll do untold damage.
Well, I could agree with him taking it on if he could see both jaws of the pocket, but clearly there you can only see the middle of the pocket of the left-hand jaw. He has got all the pocket to aim for. But when you're queuing like that, what difference does it make? You can't cue a ball better than that. That was top draw. You deserve whatever you get after a shot like that.
Worth another look, wasn't it? Terrific. And those are the shots that make you feel great about your game. If you get one of those, feel 10 foot tall out there. Just wonder where the black will go. If it will spot, in fact, Michaela Tabb, our referee in this game, just sizing up whether it actually goes. Well, I think that's actually on its spot. This really is a wonderful chance now that he's created with that terrific opening red.
Very good chance of a maximum early on this week when he got down to, I think, the 14th red or the 15th red. I wasn't doing that game, but I know everybody said it was half a chance and he was disappointed. I think he potted 14 reds and blacks, missed the red. It's just a case of finishing low on this next black and pushing those 2 reds away from the black, and look where the balls are. They look very nice. This is the key shot. No problem in getting on a red. It's getting on a red with an angle to get back to the black, because he won't be in total control where he's going to push the cue ball here, because he wants to move those 2 reds away from the black spot. But I mean about total control, it was tough to get it to run through, so now he's going away from the black.
24.
End of thoughts for 147, I think.
$25.
He's gone too far by quite a long way. Certainly played on the blue.
$29. $30. $35. $36.
One of the game's really high break builders, Stephen Maguire, has already made 26 centuries this season and 12 at the Crucible. 124 in total. So when he gets in, he knows his way around the black spot area. Practice with the legend that is Stephen Hendry for an early part of his career. And I urge anybody out there that wants to become better, there's nothing, you know, it's okay playing on your own, it's okay playing with good players. You want to go and play with a great player if you get the chance to. Play with somebody who knows what they're doing with the cue ball, somebody who break builds. A bit of petulance there, wasn't happy with that shot, was he? Played the full ball kiss, and the fact that he kissed it half ball, he's just lost the cue ball a bit. But when you watch other top players play. The break building department is the key to this game. Obviously you've got to score. It's when to know to go into them and when not to go into them, when to play a move and things like that. Maguire knows his way around.
Steve Maguire, 50.
You can see his annoyance that he missed. It was a chance where you would have bet odds on that he'd win the frame. It was always far knuckle, so the frame's still in play. There's his reaction. He's fuming about that. I think he's the kind of player, Will, he gets annoyed with himself. It's not so much bad luck or anything like that. He's one of these guys, he sets himself a high standard. He gets really angry with himself when he misses.
Yeah, I've got to be honest, I don't like it. I don't think it shows respect to your opponent, but it doesn't mean any harm. He's a very, very likeable young man. He's got so much pride in his own performance, you know, he just wants to play well all the time, and this is a tough game. You can't knock everything in.
8.
Neil Robertson. What do you want to do for a 50-odd break here? But it's tough, isn't it, where all the balls are?
9.
But maybe he should have won the last frame. He's beginning half a chance to pinch this one. So he's not been outplayed, he's just got to score a little heavier. The fact that Neil's left-handed as well, all those 5 reds are not in his favour down that side. He'd love to pick them up and put them in the same position on the other side because he could play on them then. Can't play on them now without using the rest. So the work starts now.
Well, he's asked for the cue ball to be clean. He's finished, I think, 2 feet short of his intended position. I think he tried to screw right in behind the 2 reds. Let's look at this again. It sounded heavy. You don't get kicks quite so much on screw shots. Normally on run-throughs, I mean, you get some. I think we've seen one there, but he's way short, and the red in the right centre is a very narrow angle.
Well,
that's a fabulous recovery. That was a horrible shot to play. Now he'd like to play a similar shot to what he did before, trying to get in the gap of those 2 reds. I don't think he can screw direct. If he plays the screw shot, he'll be trying to move a red out. There's the angle. He can just force it across to those reds. Oh, Neil.
Neil Robertson, 24.
No matter how good or bad you are, you can't miss those. Up goes the screen. They've now got this wonderful theatre to themselves. The match is finished on the other table, and this is now the arena of dreams, really, when you've got this situation.
Just get the feeling that Neil Robertson hasn't quite got going yet today. He's not really settled into the match. I mean, he's lost the first couple of frames. Frame 2 he should have won. He's missed that pink we've seen. He's just not quite at the races yet. I know it's a long match, but you can't go 3 or 4-0 down against someone of Maguire's stature.
30-point lead for red safe, pink out of commission. Strong favourite, Maguire.
Terrific shot. I mean, he played it obviously to hide the cue ball behind the black. He's now on the black. It was worth another glance, this one. It's a good idea as well, because he can only leave the red that he played. I'm not sure where the next red is going to come from, mind you. I think that's a non-starter to continue the break after this black.
There is a shot on, but it's far too risky. You could play the screw shot, pot the black, go off the baulk cushion and try and come back down to cannon the reds, but you'd pot the black probably 2 out of 10 playing that. And then getting the kiss is even harder. Looking at the scoreboard, is there any advantage bringing the pink out? I don't think that's a bad move. Bringing the pink out, trying to get the snooker in behind the brown. Don't think there's anything wrong with that. Or you've got to roll the black in, whatever you want to do. So he's playing pink in behind the brown. Where the reds are, they're easily be able to be brought into open play at any time. Yeah, I didn't mind that shot.
We had a long hard look at it, but what we're seeing at the moment is that plenty of balls staying over pockets on these tables. I mean, there's been talk of the bouncy cushions, which means that the jaws of the pockets are also a little bit sharp, and anything that's not quite in is not going in off the lip of the pocket. So the only consolation is he's made things a little awkward for Neil. Got to play some kind of a plant. Oh my word, he's missed that by a mile. Well, he's missed that by, so far it's untrue. I'd have backed him to get that plant.
That's why we're both skint, Neil.
In all honesty though, Willie, how far did he miss that by, of all people?
Yes, I was just about to wax lyrical about what a great shot it was, the previous shot, bringing the pink into play, giving him a chance to win the frame at one visit, and then he plays that. 3-0 now, almost to absolute certainty. And what we've seen so far could easily be 2-1 the other way.
8, 9, 16,
Frame is gone for Robertson.
17, 23. Foul and a miss. Steve Maguire 23, Neil Robertson 4.
Decided not to bother playing the yellow, but playing
Frame
the green
conceded.
instead.
Frame
But it doesn't matter. And with the aid of a 50 break, Steve Maguire has pulled into a 3-0 lead over Neil Robertson.
We saw John Higgins take a 4-0 lead against Ryan Day earlier on in the tournament, and he thought he was going to race
Shut
away
the doors,
with it.
please.
There was a big change of the guard in that match. Robertson, after that poor break from Maguire, has given another chance. Chance for chance. He's been in this match so far, but he's 3-0 behind. Needs to make something happen.
One.
Looking at the topspin shot, which is taking him right through bulk and out the other side. And one thing you do know is Neil has got the power to play that shot. Terrific cue power. So I think that's what he's looking at. Cue ball should arc. Oh, he's missed the pot. This is oh dear, oh dear. It's gone from bad to worse.
Yeah,
Missing the pot
Robertson
was
won.
one thing. The blue has just crashed into the reds.
And even worse, just as we watch this again, the cue ball, look at the cue ball travelling loose, and look where it's finished. Absolutely perfect. The black free in both pockets. All those reds moving, you think the black might have gone safe. Well, I would be very worried if I was a Robertson fan at the moment. He's just not settled out here at this present time.
Eight. Nine. $50. 16. $23.
No one visit frame winning breaks so far, but this is another chance for a sizable break, and
24.
you'd have to suggest the more and more confidence Steve Maguire gets, the easier it is going to be.
31. 32. 39.
He's not a player you want to give your head, and he's absolutely been given chances.
I mean, the key thing for me in this match, Neil, is that Robertson's just not been competing at the safety play. He's always left Maguire easy balls. OK, a lot of the time it's been from a pot miss. But his safety success is down at 78%. And the interesting thing is, so is Maguire's. So it's not that he's been, you know, outplayed. It's just that they're both playing poor safety, but Maguire's been making more of them.
46.
Yeah, I mean, Maguire just looks more dangerous in amongst the balls. His pot success 91%, which anything over 90% is obviously very decent. Robertson there down to 80%, which tells a story really of how he's played. He's missed a number of balls.
54. 55. 62.
Certainly red and a high colour will be enough. Well, the fact that he's taken the blue would mean that potentially Neil Robertson could tie the frame, but that would depend if the break ends after this blue. Robertson may not come to the table. Mind you, he's played on the more difficult red. These can be missed. It's frame ball.
68.
Yes, you saw a little grimace on his face there. I think he misread the scoreboard there. When he looked up and realised there was 67, it was 67 on. He realised himself he should have played for the red below the pink. So he'll be playing this as a shot to nothing, black in the same pocket rather than running through. Oh, that's beautifully played. Beautifully played. On fire Maguire, they say, but yeah, just a couple. But, you know, 4-0 is the best start possible. But Neil Robertson will be very disappointed. Could have won 3 of the 4 frames, to be honest. The chance he's had. As played, great shot. Played to flick the red out. Possible 135 on if he clears up, I think. 74, 84, 77. Let's have a little look. 84 and 51, 135
84.
available.
'85.
Joe Perry holds the highest break at the moment, 132. That's no chance of lasting throughout the week, but
91.
this could be
92.
a bigger target. Maguire seems to be playing faster and faster now, whether he's bothered about the break, because he knows that at this level, at the Crucible, 140 plus is the only chance you've got of winning the high break.
98. 99.
This has all come off Neil Robertson's mistake when he was perfect on the blue, missed the blue by a long way, it crashed into the reds. And Maguire has done the rest.
104.
Only 131 available now.
106. 109. 113.
His 125th century of his career. Very short career. That's how good this young man is.
118.
I'm sure he realises the target, that he may not decide to get onto the black properly, but he has done. This for 131. Very well played, Stephen Maguire. Neil Robertson was going straight to the practice table. He's had plenty of opportunities, hasn't taken any. Stephen Maguire has taken them all and leads the match by 4 frames to 0.
Did he trip?